Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting reading from Papa's Comic Books and Coffee. I wonder who decided to join us today. Are you ready? It is Beowulf, Dragon Slayer, number 1 from 1975, only 25 cents back then. This is the first DC issue. Written by Michael Uslan and Ricardo Villamonte. The Curse of Castle Hrothgran. Once again, this book and others are available on my eBay page, papas-comic-books. If you like, also don't forget, give me a subscription, please, here. Hit the sub button. I really appreciate that. Give me a like, give me a dislike. Tell me what was wrong with it. Tell me what was right with it, okay? All right, let's get into this book here. Beowulf's Dragon Slayer, a distant past shrouded in the mist of time, when men lived savagely in the shadow of Almighty Word, the god of fate, and in the terror of Satan, dragon lord of the underworld, when the earth was no more than a few tribal lands cast in the darkness of mystic lagoons, fog-cloaked swamps, and devil-haunted castles, a time of villains, demons, spirits of evil, and the blood beast Grendel. A time of heroes, kings, warriors, a good and noble savage, Beowulf. Okay. How evil is a fiend from hell. How monstrous is a shadow walker who chokes down men and women for sustenance. Does he reek of vile swamp protrusions, or is it more than the scent of a chopped bones and aged old blood? If Satan's well-spawned man or beast, dragon or god or death, no, it is much worse. It is Grendel. The noise again, the noise, men singing, men laughing, men, stop them, shut them up, tear them faces off, make them stop. The Curse of Castle Hrothgran. The sound of life, man's life, light, happy, turn it off, kill the light ended, the life to the castle Hrothgran, the med hall, spill the blood for Satan, for Grendel. At the very moment the monster sets out of his mission of death, 2 tribes of men are completing theirs on a scarred field of battle, a multitude of leagues from the midst of Castle Hrothgran, wading through the sea of human blood, carving the heart out of savage attack of his enemies, the fiercest barbarian killer of all, the prince of the Geats, Beowulf. Fight back, you fools, or do you hold in such a terror that you cannot strike? Me. I fear you too late to spare me 1 pounding headache, Wiglaf, and my prince would learn to open his eyes as wide as his mouth in a battle, or shut up and fight. As dusk creeps over the terrain and the combat ends and the victorious Geats lick their wounds. Hundisco, how go our losers? They've been worse, Wiglaf. Bah, I never did respect the Franks. They fight like women. One day, Beowulf, you're going to meet a woman who will make you regret those words. Beowulf, this one wants an audience with you. Says he's a wanderer, but look at his face. I'll wager we've got a demon. Looks more like a spy to me. Kill him and be done with him. Enough, Hundisco. Speak, wanderer. What tale have you? The bitter stench of evil falls over foreign coasts. Impending doomsday, winds of Satan's tortured host blow through the steel steeple of the hall of the Father's friend, screaming to his people of the dark and deadly end. Ha 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 ha. Don't play games with me, clown. Tell me more. There is no more. The angry scowl of frustration suddenly disappears from the stark features of Beowulf. Get this madman out of my sight. I see that look on your face. You know what he was thinking about, don't you? The only friend of my father's was a great hall of Hrothgar at Danfield. He is to be Satan's next victim. Well, we're not about to get mixed up in that evil, are we? Are we? Perceptive Wiglaf experiences the spine-chilling, onrushing doom. Beowulf, you make no sense. There has never been love lost between the Geats and the Hrothars, spear Danes. Why should you risk your life for them? For Lof, Wiglaf, Lof, or fame, as some call it, is the most permanent of all things in an impermanent world. That fame will keep the spirit of Beowulf alive centuries after I am dust. The dead are buried, the wounded are tended, the barbarian tribe sets sail on a journey of ulcerous uncertainty and the unknown, and there can be no turning back. I go to claim that fame to help my father's friend and to die if fate has so ordained. Let us not fear, let the nameless horror beware. Castle Hrothgar, towering tribute to the conquering king, shelter for the vicious warriors of the Spear Dane tribe. Housed with its cold stone in the great mead hall, setting forth songs of wandering minstrels, drunken free-for-alls, fiery women, unending feasts, bawdy stories, and terror. Within the great mead hall, my king, allow me to shear the minstrel's fool head off. His song of the mighty Geats makes me sick to my stomach. Stay your hand, Arfirth. This wanderer has journeyed farther, seen more than you'll ever see. It seems Unferth that you again reveal your jealous ego before me. Your king, you might remember that Geats are ruled by my old friend Ecthal and his son Prince Beowulf. Some say that boy was truly sired by one of those ape beasts our men brought back from the Darklands. Continue your tale, Scope. Men call me many things, sire. I am best known as the Shaper, earthbound traveler for word or wired. His songs are mine, the world candle burns as the life sphere turns to Beowulf, boon of the Geats. He swings his sword, his iron killer sword. His might explodes across the blue orb earth as rosy-fingered dawn brings peace to the land of his birth. Editor's note, Scope, a wandering minstrel. Sire, this dolt's cryptic babblings are what's the noise? Stinking men, do you never sleep? Do you never stop? Die, word, help me, my spear does nothing. Grr. Oh, no, the creature, he weapons do nothing. We are dead men. Castle Hrothgar is plundered by a living hell, a rampaging, crazed thing whose life has one purpose, to destroy other life. Wield your spear, Alric, and pray to word we succeed. Now, so stupid men, Grendel goes, but kills you, your souls begone. A pox on men, a curse on Castle Hrothgar, for Satan, for Grendel. Arg. As quickly as it began, it is over, and the blood beast lumbers back to the swamp, content for the moment. As Dannyland awakes from its nightmare, Beowulf's first begins. When the sea rests as calmly as this, it tempts me back to the life of a sea raider. Word, help us, look, Beowulf. Keep your heads, men. Hundisco hard right on the wheel. Sorcery, Beowulf. Worse than that, Satan. Satan's will is cast in many deceiving forms. Through the hypnotic thrill of the siren, he claims the minds of Beowulf's legion. Hundisco, I said, hard right. You're taking us right into the rocks, Hundisco. But Hundisco hears only one voice, and the others. Wiglaf, Clizzle, they're all in that siren's enchantment. My mind, I am hers. No, free will, my will, must fight. I. Only chance, if the sea will not stop her song, I am undone. Chill waters unwind before the massive strokes of the enraged barbarian. That witch will never again have a throat from which she chant her spells. Women or not, she must die. Ah, I see you have come to me, my mindless barbarian. Now I'm afraid you must join your companions in Satan's ritual death. That's close enough, ugly one. Now into the swirling tide with you. Stop, I command you. You're in my control. You're... Under a veil of mysticism, nothing is ever as it seems. Word, the woman was a pawn of Satan. I have not stormed the Siren's Cove, but an entrance to the underworld. An emissary from Word, kill him, kill him, kill him. But the devil's demons learn that the savage standing before them is no mere mortal. If I'm to die, it won't be before learning if ghosts bleed when sliced or spill their brains when clubbed. Rock nor muscle can halt the horrible onslaught of enveloping specters that ooze ever Beowulf's bloody body. His life force is mine, ha ha ha. In a pig's eye it is, dragon tooth. If your fangs be solid enough to sink into a human skin, then they're solid enough to be torn out. If the great prince could have thought of anything but pain at the moment, he would have thought of Wiglaf's warning to open his eyes as wide as his mouth. You should have made sure you would kill me, demon bat. For now, I will kill you. And they fight. Oh, fight. I'll never in my life have heard a scream like that. And they're still fighting. And they're still fighting. You saved my life. Why? Who are you? I thought. You thought like the bull-headed male you are in my name, Anansi. I'm a sky-fling warrior who... You, a warrior, a woman warrior? Ha 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 ha. And a Swede no less. Ha 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 ha. Buff. As I was saying, I was caught in Satan's whirlpool when he destroyed my ship. Coming ashore here, I became possessed by his spirits and forced to guard the entrance to the underworld. Finally, when, oh, wench. Ha, you've a bit of fire burning in you, but it's nothing like mud bath doesn't cure. You're pretty clever for a man, clever enough, I pray, to ask a lady if she'd like a lift home. Great tribesmen who hear the words that pass between their commander and the maiden are shocked. Prince Beowulf speaks as an equal with a woman. We are not going home. Satan's terror is being unleashed on the sphere dames, and I'm going after him. You cannot go. I go. I owe him one. Even if I have to pursue the Dragon Lord into the underworld, I'll hunt him down and off his scaly head. The oarsmen push forward and strain back in their oars. The sails are puffed along with the night wind. And would any being on board have believed the path of their destiny, that when their quest for Satan's blood would one day be over, only two of them would still walk among the living? A web of dark foreshadowing spins in a path from the warrior ship to the castle Hrothgran, covering the known world. Why, on Weird, why do you let this happen? The killing never stops. We are helpless. Helpless. Is there no one, no hope for my people? My lord Wulfgar, the guardian announces a strange vessel approaching the shore. Spirits of the dead. What now, an invasion? The beaten king looks to one who has won favor in his court and solicits his advice. Shaper, what say you about this ship? Perish not the thought of the thoughts of all shall perish. A quizzical look carved into the king's face prompts his queen to speak. My lord, I believe he means that if you are thinking of letting the ship land here, do so. Yes, of course, I knew that all along. Let them land, then question them. Carrying out the orders of his king, the vigilant Wulfgar challenges the ominous ship. Ho, travelers, what be your business in Daneland? Name yourselves. I am Beowulf, son of Ecthar, prince of Geats. I come out of friendship to Hrothgar to end his plight. You who call himself Beowulf, come down unarmed with hands over your head. And slowly. Before the echo of the Coast Guardsman's words has died in the night, Beowulf leaps from the bow of his ship. This is what I deem a fine welcome indeed, soldier. In his full dress armor and the majesty of Beowulf radiates. I have never seen a greater earl on the earth than you, my lord. I beg for your forgiveness. I was just doing my job. Rise, soldier. You're a brave and loyal man. I go with my advisors to greet Hrothgar. Watch my ship well and my men too. Penetrating eyes peer through the nearby brush. They are eyes streaked with madness. So Hrothgar's new champions. They will humiliate me before the king because I could not stop Grendel. They must never arrive at the mead hall. Come, Silent One. Black words and a rhythmic gesture of the hand, and Onfirth weaves a road cemented by illusions. Arthur's Tarza, Haikap's Osla, a path for the champions, through the swamps, ha 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 ha, back to the castle, Silent One. Our work here is done. Brief seconds later, I don't like this place. The air is heavy with the devil's scent. Ha, I knew her womanly instincts would reveal themselves. Here we go again. The road, it's vanishing from under us. Sorcery, I knew it. The earth sinks beneath us. It's quicksand. Yes, your swords above the mire push toward the land. Keep alert, men approach. Not men, Beowulf, swamp men, disciplines of Satan. In the next issue, the slave maiden of Satan. And that was Beowulf, number 1 from 1975, first DC issue. All right. As I said earlier, this book and others are available on my eBay page, papas-comic-books. If you don't mind, give me a subscription. I would appreciate that. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Tell me what you liked about it. Tell me what you didn't like about it. And as I always say,
That was easy.
until next time, Papa is out.